recently straight into Brazil. So yeah, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked to be here. It's like I've always wanted to do some of the stuff with you guys, so it's cool to be on here.
Well, let's talk about the abilities. The first one I think that we want to talk about is Mosh Pit, right? This ability, you know, heavy clearance. It looks really, really quite powerful as well in the right hands as well.
So there's going to be a lot of similarities to KO's Fragment, but it's going to be more of an approachable, like it's going to be a very nice zone that it covers. It gives you a lot of time to kind of run out of it and a lot of time to react, but it is going to kind of give you a pretty big zone, and so
it does crazy damage too, right?
It does, yeah. So it's very similar to like Breach's Fusion Blast. So if you don't get out of it, you know, it's deadly in the center.
So that is one of the abilities. That is the only ability that you can't go and pick back up again as well.
Well, Mosh is still trying to figure it out. Like the other ones, you know, they're a little more grown. He's just a little baby trying to figure it out.
Right. Okay, I see.
Mosh, you know, it's for all, you know, listen, Mosh, we love Mosh, but not the signature. That's Dizzy.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So the signature that we have, kind of the bread and butter, the initiator tool, is going to be Dizzy. So Dizzy is what you're using kind of round to round. It's more of like a versatile tool to be able to clear like mid, some short, and long range angles to compete with some of our other initiators. But it definitely has like a lot of different ways to kind of counterplay, and different ways to kind of change how you take spaces compared to some of our other initiators.
And it is kind of similar to some other abilities in that it blinds your opponent, but it works in quite a different way, right?
Right, yeah. We wanted to try something that was going to be like the close to mid-range, runs forward, parkours all over the place. As soon as it sees an enemy, it'll jump up and then kind of like clap its hands together and do this like huge concussive bark. So there's like a cone of area that it affects, and anyone in that cone is concussed.
Yeah, nice. But that's not the only thing that's special about Wingman, right? Because there is a very unique feature. You guys are really pushing the envelope in terms of how the game is developed with the mechanics, and that's Wingman, who's got like this ult fire, right?
Right, yeah. So one of the things we wanted to try, you know, and the whole theme of like power and numbers kind of thing, we wanted to allow Wingman to also kind of steal the spike from you, and also run with it and plant the spike itself. You know? So as it's planting the spike, you can be covering it. And on the flip side, on defense, if you're kind of in these 1v1s, these 1v2s, you can send Wingman to defuse the spike as well, and you can cover Wingman as opposed to, you know, someone having to cover you.
It's a really unique interaction, but also
you in the server as well.
Yeah, that's Thrash, yeah. So Thrash is GEKKO's ultimate. You equip Thrash, you'll see a cool little animation of it swimming around. Once you cast it, you possess Thrash. Thrash swims around and clears space pretty rapidly, as you guys are sure have seen. Once you explode, or once you lunge and explode onto an enemy, there's a big radius that is detained. So any player caught is detained.
Yeah, it looks really fun to play, and I'm just looking forward to seeing some of the content creators play it here in Sao Paulo, seeing people get their hands on it as well. You must be looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I think there's only like so much we